Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain and recap a recently released horror comedy movie called Cocaine Bear. This film is inspired by true events. In the 1980s, cocaine smuggling was rampant in America. Smugglers used to airdrop and transport bags of cocaine from charter planes. One such guy was Andrew Thornton, who got stuck in midair due to technical issues. He started dumping bags of cocaine all along Chattahoochee-Oconee National Forest and then jumped from the plane. Unfortunately, he died as soon as he jumped as his parachute never got opened. Next, we see two hikers, Olaf and Elsa, hiking in the forest. They were about to get married and decided on the name of their children. As they were enjoying the view, Olaf saw a wild bear at distance. He thought it to be demented or something as it was acting weird. The bear was smashing its head. Suddenly it saw these two hikers and ran toward them. Olaf in panic insisted Elsa not to run, but she ran. Soon the bear attacked her and killed her in front of Olaf, who was shivering in horror. To save himself, he ran from there while the bear got distracted by a butterfly. Clearly, the bear had done cocaine and it was pretty high. Officer Bob and Reba recovered Andrew's body with 30 kilos of cocaine. Officer Bob knew Andrew and his boss Isiah White, a well-known drug smuggler. He was chasing him for the last 10 years. He decides to pay a visit to Chattahoochee-Oconee National Forest, where most of the cocaine got scattered. Bob had a dog named Rossett who hated playing fetch with him. Bob was longing for a man's best friend type of dog. On the other hand, cocaine kingpin Isiah was pissed off as Andrew had cost him a ton of money. He ordered his employee and his son Eddie's friend, Davey, to go to Chattahoochee-Oconee National Forest to find the remaining duffel bags of drugs. His son Eddie was in mourning as his wife Joni died a couple of weeks ago. Isiah was tired of babysitting his grandkid Gabe, who was naughty as hell. It seemed Eddie had abandoned him and his responsibility. This news of cocaine was playing on TV when David met Eddie. He was crying as one tattoo artist misspelled his wife's name as John. David explained the situation and convinced him for a recovery visit. A local guy heard these two guys talking and informed the police about it. Officer Bob hands over Rossett to Reba to look after as he heads to Georgia for further investigation. Next, we see a nurse, Sari, who started dating a doctor. She had a history of changing boyfriends and neglecting her daughter Dee Dee, who was tired of this. She felt her mom is neglecting her as Sari changed the plan of them painting the waterfall in the forest at the last minute. The next day, Dee Dee bunked the school with his friend Henry to make her mom worry about her. Henry accidentally left his bag at Dee Dee's house, due to which Sari understood her daughter's plan. At the forest station, we see Ranger Liz getting ready for her crush Peter, who was a wildlife inspector. Here we see a teen named Vest who steals some items from the counter. He with his friend Statch and Ponytail used to rob hikers at knife point. Ranger Liz never quite figured it out about these guys. Dee Dee and Henry were at the crossroad when Dee Dee got a packet full of cocaine. From her school's awareness class, she understood it as cocaine. Henry, to show off, said I had done coke with Falk. He told Dee Dee to eat a tablespoon of it. Dee Dee omitted cocaine as soon as she did that. Next, Henry too omitted, as these two were clearly noobs. They found more packets of cocaine down the road. Just then the same bear reappeared sniffing coke and attacked these two. Sari rushed to the station. As she explained her situation, Liz and Peter agreed to help. They took the shortest way to the waterfall. David and Eddie too reached the forest station. Vest and his gang tried to attack these guys, thinking of them as small-time hikers. But in return got what they deserved. David beat the crap out of them and Eddie found a packet of cocaine from Statch. After asking nicely, he told them about a bag that he had hidden under a gazebo. David forced Statch at gunpoint to take him and Eddie there, as these were not kidding around. Statch deliberately took the long route to buy some time. He was hoping to escape somehow. Sari, Liz, and Peter reached the crossroad point, where the bear had attacked Dee Dee and Henry. Henry was on top of a tree trunk. He was scared like hell. He screamed at Sari and apologized for bunking school. Later he told about the bear attack where Bear had taken Dee Dee with it. Peter disagreed here by saying bears don't attack people without any reason. You guys must have done something mischievous. Before Henry could say anything, the bear was back with a grunting sound. It attacked Peter and threw him away. Peter landed on a pile of cocaine and got submerged in it. The bear bit Ranger Liz on her back, and as she fired a couple of shots in the air, it ran. She too started running, leaving behind Peter and Sari, as in her career she had never faced a bear attack. All this time Sari was hiding behind a tree. Finally, Peter understood what had happened here. He too quickly climbed a tree in panic. Henry thought bears can't climb trees, hence he was hiding there, but Peter knew it wasn't the case. Peter was shell-shocked as his brain couldn't comprehend an apex predator on cocaine. The bear returned again and started climbing Henry's tree. Henry climbed further and started kicking the bear. Soon bear sniffed cocaine from Henry's body and quickly rushed to his tree. It attacked Peter, killed him, and started licking cocaine off his body. Meanwhile, Henry jumped from his tree. He ran with Sari like hell. Henry showed her the direction in which the bear had dragged DD. Liz reached her station for backup where Ponytail and Vest were already there. They had called an ambulance and looted the cash counter, items, and stuff. Liz finally understood this gang of pubs, but before she could do anything, the bear was back and started knocking on the door. Liz told Ponytail to open the door slowly so that she could fire at it. As he did it, Liz fired the bullet, but instead of hitting the bear, it hit Ponytail in his head and he was dead on spot. The bear ran for a moment but started circling the station. Vest thought it will come by the chimney, but it sneakily attacked him from the front door glass window. At the same time, Officer Bob reached the station. After seeing a closed sign, he went alone inside the forest to find drugs. In the forest, Sari found traces of DD's paint. She had used them as clues for Sari to find her. Henry unknowingly acknowledged doing drugs earlier. After some time, two first responders, Beth and Tom, reached the station. The door was blocked due to Ponytail's body, hence with a struggle they entered the station. They were horrified. Beth saw injured Liz, who was struggling to speak. Tom opened a door where Vest's body parts were scattered like anything. The bear was hiding in the corner and it jumped on him the moment he tried to close the door. Beth quickly grabbed Liz and tied her to a stretcher in the ambulance while Tom was below the bear, struggling to escape. As he grabbed and hit the bear with a bag similar to the cocaine bags, the bear jumped onto it. This allowed Tom to escape. He ran towards the ambulance as Beth started driving in panic. Soon the bear was back chasing them as it was pissed off. In that bag, there was no cocaine. Liz tried shooting it while on a stretcher, but her aim was no good. Soon the bear jumped onto the vehicle and attacked. It threw Liz out with her stretcher. All three here died. Officer Bob had taken a short way, so he reached the gazebo point first. He accidentally saw a drug bag stashed above it. These three finally the gazebo point, but the drugs were missing. Davy thought Statch was messing with him, so he pointed a gun at him. Just then Bob pointed a gun at these three from above as he was holding the bag. He forced Davy to throw away his gun so that he can come down to arrest him. But there was no way to come down as he had jumped from a tree to get that bag. David quickly tries to get his gun back but loses his two non-adjoint fingers when Bob fired at him. Bob made Eddie and Statch lie down till he could find a way to come down. Here Eddie grabs David's fingers. Sari and Henry saw DD's sweater across the river as they were on the right track. On the other side of the river, they found grieving Olaf, who agreed to help them as he has seen Bear taking DD to his cave. We see DD waking up in a cave. It was quite some time yet Bob was still on the roof. Just then the bear was back sniffing cocaine. But this time it was quite sleepy, seemed as if it was too high. David warned everyone not to move an inch as black bears surely attack those who run. The bear sniffed Eddie and quietly slept on him. Everybody was shocked seeing this as they thought Eddie may die soon due to the sheer weight of it. The bear was in deep sleep, hence David made a truce with Bob and tried moving it away. In doing this he dropped the cocaine pack, which triggered Bear's sniffing glands. The bear quickly woke up and swallowed the whole pack. Soon it started acting weirdly. It thought of Eddie as his mate and tried doing with it. To distract it from Eddie, Bob showered a pack on it and threw some more at a distance. He told all three guys to run, but David was not ready. He wanted the bag as it was worth $14 million. Just then a sniffer fired a bullet at Bob, who turned out to be Syed. Eddie and David ran to explain the situation to him as clearly. Eddie wanted to run away as early as possible. But Syed was determined to find bags as he was under the pressure from Colombians who would have killed his entire family if they had not got their money back. Bob drops his bag so that the bear could take it. Finally, he played fetch with Bear. Here we see Officer Reba, who was a dirty cop working with Syed. Bob was shocked to know this. Upon asking the direction of the bear, Bob pointed north. At his last moment, he was sure that the cocaine bear will rip these guys apart if they tried approaching its nest. Olaf left Sari and Henry at the bear's cave. Sari found Dee Dee and two little cubs inside who were immersed in cocaine. Dee Dee apologized to her mom and promised her that she will never do anything like this ever again. Soon Syed and the gang also arrived. They found one bag at the entrance and Olaf's dead body. The bear was around. Still, Syed insisted on finding more bags inside the cave, but Reba disagreed. She was spooked by all this, hence she left. Sari and the kids were hiding behind the waterfall. Syed saw another bag hanging. He ordered Eddie to lower it. Sari wanted to walk away, but Syed stopped her at gunpoint. Soon two cubs sniffed cocaine at Syed's bag and started harassing him. He ordered Eddie to shoot them, but Eddie declined. He kept his gun aside as a mark of protest. Syed threw his sniper at him, but instead of him, Sari caught it. As she pointed the gun at Syed to walk back, the bear was back roaring. Sari jumped into the river with the kids as there was no way out. As the bear jumped in front of Syed, he shot him a couple of times with Eddie's gun. One bullet pierced David, who too jumped with Eddie. The injured bear fell on an edge and was knocked out. Syed started bringing down the hanging bag. One cocaine pack got exploded in all this, and it was like cocaine rain. Due to this, the bear sniffed cocaine, which woke him up. Without wasting time, it attacked Syed and killed him. Sari, the kids, Eddie, and David survived the fall. Since Sari was the nurse, she helped David in stopping the bleeding and dressed him up. Officer Reba gave Rosette to Eddie to manage. Statch, with another hidden bag of cocaine, took a lift to New York. Dee Dee and Sari patched up. With this, the movie ends. This is undoubtedly the best horror comedy movie of this year. It has suspense, glory, and comedy like hell. A few of the scenes are so funny that you won't stop laughing for minutes. This story is loosely based on a true story. In 1985, a drug smuggler named Andrew Thornton dropped a duffel bag filled with over 70 pounds of cocaine from an airplane over Georgia. The bag landed in the Chattahoochee National Forest, where it was discovered by a black bear. The bear ingested the cocaine and died shortly thereafter. The bear was later stuffed and put on display at a museum in Kentucky. Overall, this is a great movie. Hope you may like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and give it a like. Do check out my blog, www.letmerecap.com. Thanks for watching.